Ever hear the terms fascism and Nazism and get the feeling you should be hiding in an attic somewhere? Yeah, those ideologies aren't exactly sunshine and rainbows, but fear not, history buffs and curious minds. Let's delve into the dark world of fascism and Nazism and clear up some common misconceptions. Because let's face it, confusing them with socialism and communism is a recipe for a history debate disaster. Imagine a country so obsessed with its greatness that it throws individual rights and freedoms out the window. That's fascism in a nutshell. It's a far-right, ultra-nationalist ideology that emphasizes blind obedience to a strong leader and the state. Think strong military, strict social order, and a heavy dose of nationalism. Think my country, right or wrong. Fascism gained traction in Europe after World War I, when countries were reeling from social and economic instability. Strongman leaders like Benito Mussolini in Italy promised a return to national glory and a solution to those pesky problems. Spoiler alert, it didn't end well. Nazism, also known as National Socialism, is a specific brand of fascism cooked up in Germany by the infamous Adolf Hitler. It takes all the nasty bits of fascism, blind nationalism, dictatorship, and a disregard for individual rights, and adds a heaping helping of racism, anti-Semitism, and a sprinkle of eugenics. Because apparently science said some people were just better than others. Yikes. Here's where things get important. Fascism and Nazism are on the complete opposite end of the political spectrum from socialism and communism. Here's a breakdown. Socialism and communism aim for a more equal society through government intervention and wealth redistribution. Fascism and Nazism believe in a strong social hierarchy and a rigid class system, with the superior race or nation at the top. Socialism and communism might have flaws, but they're all about sharing the wealth, not concentrating it in the hands of a few, at least in theory. In reality, in communism, only a chosen few had the whole power and access to wealth. Fascism and Nazism are all about control, nationalism, and often scapegoating minorities for a country's problems. Fascism and Nazism led to some of the darkest chapters in human history, including World War II and the Holocaust. These ideologies are not to be taken lightly. They're a chilling reminder of the dangers of unchecked nationalism, racism, and blind obedience to authority. While fascist and Nazi ideologies were largely defeated in World War II, their ugly shadows can still flicker in the corners of society. It's important to be vigilant against intolerance and discrimination, and to remember the dangers of these ideologies. Fascism and Nazism are not flavors of socialism or communism, even though communism with its Stalinist flavor can compete with success alongside them for the title of the most infamous regimes the world ever produced. They're dangerous ideologies built on hate and nationalism. By understanding the differences, we can better recognize and oppose them in all forms. Now go forth and spread historical knowledge. And skip the Roman salutes, okay?